Hello, welcome to another talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. Ensure to subscribe, turn on the notifications so that we know when we go live or upload valuable talk on money, business, and investing that can literally change our finances forever as long as we apply the information that we're learning in putting a plan together, because investing is defined as having a plan. Without a plan, a person just gambles or is just a trader. So we need to understand how to build true wealth by reading financial statements and learning how to improve them, starting with a personal financial statement. That's why we create our ebooks here at Master Investor. We have many available on our website. Head over there, click the link somewhere in the description of this talk, and get our ebooks, start investing in financial education, because that's the best investment we can ever make. No one can take that away from us, and knowledge is the new money in today's age, which is the information age. We have to learn how to use the information and other people's knowledge to make it our knowledge by implementing it into our daily strategies. When we get to our website, we'll be able to find our digital courses, and the ebooks will be inside of each digital course. We're creating an ebook with the digital course, and as we move forward, we'll be adding more assets into our digital courses. When we enter any of our digital courses, we will be grandfathered in for any other additional asset that we will add into that specific digital course thereafter our entry at no additional cost. So in a year, 2, 5, 10, and so forth, from now, we will have access to any assets that we will add in there, even though the price will go up because it will be more valuable as we add exclusive interviews with wealth entrepreneurs, celebrities, new entrepreneurs, and just about anyone who can provide value into the topic of each digital course. We have how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, the 10 new rules of money, and how to invest in crypto to build wealth. Make sure to check out our books and digital courses and other tools that we have available to start building true wealth. Today's theme is going to be on how to protect our wealth. Discover the steps to achieve limited liability in our investments. Summary: an entity that protects our personal assets from business risk is a good one. Choose the appropriate entity type for our company from the 4 available ones that exist. If we don't follow these proper procedures, we may be held personally liable for any claims made against our company. So having the right company in place is critical when we start building our wealth, because the companies are created to represent us and to separate us from any liability that could happen. So companies were created by the wealthy to protect us and to represent us on a piece of paper. That's why it's important to always have an entity when we start our businesses, regardless of the business being small. We have to put the legalities in order right from the beginning of the business. A lot of people tend to wait and they say, well, no, that's not needed now because the business is not making a lot of money. It doesn't matter, because liability can happen at any time, and we want to cover ourselves at all times when it comes to our businesses and any ventures that we take on. We don't want to spend a lot of time building something that can be taken from us very quickly. Today's bonus: at the end of today's talk, we will find out what is a limited liability company means for our wealth. When launching a company, a lot of things may go wrong, including the way our entity is set up. We must always seek the proper advice from the real mentors. If we listen to the wrong people, then we will not be able to accomplish our financial goals. We have to make sure that we're listening to the right mentors, investing in the right networking events, putting ourselves in position where we're learning from people that already have done what we're attempting to do. And we have to have a plan of action that can help us take small steps every day towards building our companies. The potential might be fatal, as we will discover from Master Investors Financial Education here, that if we listen to the wrong mentors, we will waste valuable time. And the fastest way to get to our destination and the only legal shortcut in life is to learn from other people's mistakes and not commit those same mistakes that others before us have made them. However, sometimes it takes us to learn the hard way. But the most clever thing we can do is learn from other people's mistakes. That's how we're going to quantum leap into success. Literally, we can become wealthy faster when we're learning from other people's mistakes and we're investing in the right mentors. As an illustration, a plumber in the Nevada state, he had been working at it for 5 years, during which time he experienced some genuine success. He was really talented plumber, but he wasn't very good at legal things like starting his own business or company. He relied on his part-time bookkeeper for advice while starting his business rather than seeking expert advice. The bookkeeper for the plumber recommended that he operates as a sole proprietorship because he had no idea how to file papers or create a corporation. As we can undoubtedly imagine by now, this plumber client's experience wasn't great after an altercation at the client's home between an employee and a customer. His company was sued, and because he was a lone or sole proprietor, he was sued and had to defend himself rather than the company, unlike in a corporation. The victim was given $10 million by the jury when this case went to trial. The plumber was completely destroyed. He lost his family, his home, and his savings. In this instance, the terrible incident would have been avoided if he had established a limited liability company. And that's why we want to invest in our legal team from the beginning. There are many options online today that we can find. So it doesn't cost a lot of money. We can find also information, case law, and we can do a lot of due diligence in choosing the right entity. Having a bookkeeper is key, but we cannot let the bookkeeper decide for us because we're the chairman of our companies. We're not the CEO, we're not the president, we're not an employee. We hire the employees, we interview professionals, and then we make the final decision. But we have to get all that information and write down the facts because we measure our return on investment with facts, not opinions. And because we have financial education, we would have known that the bookkeeper doesn't know what he or she's talking about in regards to legal entities. The bookkeeper should do what she or he specializes on, which is putting down all the expenses and income that is coming in from our businesses, etc. And we have to go over those numbers with that bookkeeper and the CPA. But we need to listen to the experts and professionals in their area of expertise. We cannot put them somewhere else, otherwise we'll be getting the wrong advice. So make sure that we have a clever team of professionals around us and we constantly invest to upgrade them, because sometimes as we grow our wealth, we need to replace certain people in our team. But always the message of today's talk is that we always got to do business with an entity. We cannot go into business without having a legal entity. A limited liability company, what is it? First, what is meant by the term entity? It alludes to a company that is legally distinct from its constituents. It is a distinct entity that exists independently of its owners. An entity that protects our personal assets from business risk is a good one. A negative entity is one that offers us absolutely no protection. Read our other article post on how to choose the best entity for our personal strategy. It covers the pros and cons and also the ugly of entity setup to see which ones offer limited liability. 4 categories of entities exist. C corporation, a separate legal entity with the ability to make agreements. This organization needs bylaws and articles of incorporation that are submitted to the Secretary of State. S corporation, a business that has chosen to have its taxes paid to individual shareholders through flow-through status. Additionally, this organization needs bylaws, Form 2553 filed with the IRS, and articles of incorporation filed with the Secretary of State. Limited liability corporation, this type of organization can be regarded as either a conventional corporation or a S corporation, which is a flow-through tax entity. An operational agreement is advised but not necessary for this organization, which needs articles of incorporation submitted to the Secretary of State, such as the one above. Limited partnership, this type of partnership has flow-through taxes and limited liabilities. This organization has to file an LP-1 with the state. And while it is not necessary, a partnership agreement is advised. Note, there's no one-size-fits-all solution for choosing our entity type. To determine which entity best suits us in our business plan, consult an accountant or attorney. And not all accountants and attorneys are made for the wealthy mindset. We have to interview many of them and pick the right ones, because some of those professionals are built to help out the poor mindset. Two types of mindset when it comes to wealth: the wealthy mindset and the poor mindset. So we need to improve our vocabulary in order for us to determine which professional is for the wealthy. We gotta listen to the right people and protect ourselves using entities. That's today's talk. How do we protect our wealth? We gotta use entities. We gotta incorporate. Even if you're starting a business right now, we have to incorporate. That should be the first step with a plan. We need to have a business plan that is a winning business plan, that we know we're going to win, and it's a calculated risk. We have planned everything out. We're going to ensure that the company is built to raise capital from the front end, from the end users, from the clients. So we got to get the prototype out into the market. We got to push out the product and get it ready to be sold. We got to get those sales in, because a business without cash flow isn't ready to fail. It's ready to be gone. Cash flow is like the blood of the business. If there is no cash flow coming in, there's no business. And that's why the business should be created to raise capital from the front end. So it needs to attract clients on its own, because we have a solution that is in high demand. We pick the right solution for the world, for our niche, and hopefully our niche is so big that we can always expand it, and that niche has a scalability. We need to be able to use leverage and scale whatever business we're going into. We don't want to have a roof over our limitation or how much we can accomplish. We want to be able to expand horizons in that business and continue to get more clients, because the product is that good and it's a well-chosen product because we did our due diligence. Remember that the most important words in the business language are cash flow, as we learn here at Master Investor. And the second most important words in the business language is due diligence, because as an inside investor, we have to be actively investing. We don't want to be an investor that gives our money away to somebody else to invest for us, because that's not a true investor. We want to be an inside investor, that person that learns how to put a deal together. And when we do that, guess what happens? Yes, money comes to us, because the job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur is to raise capital. The number one skill of a wealthy entrepreneur is to master how to sell without selling, using smart systems and targeted marketing. And the job number one of an inside investor is to multiply capital. That's why rule number one in our community at Master Investor is that we work to build passive income and multiply money through sound investing, because that's what an ultra wealthy person does every single day. That's how we create freedom. We operate as a business owner and as an inside investor. We're building businesses that create passive income, and we turn in that passive income into more passive income and sometimes capital gains income. But we're constantly allocating money from a cash flowing asset to another cash flowing asset. We're using debt to invest and to create passive income. And also we use debt to buy liabilities just like everybody else does. But the only difference between us and the rest of the population, the poor mindset, is that they use debt to only acquire liabilities before they know that they have so many liabilities and expenses that they can't keep up with their lifestyle because they have no assets on their assets column. They have no passive income coming in or capital gains income. Two types of income that can come from investing. Passive income, or also known as positive cash flow, and that's what we want to focus on working to build, is that type of income, because that comes in constantly without us working. It comes in every day, comes in every week, and that's what gives us true freedom. And the second type of income that can come from investing is capital gains income. When we focus on passive income, we automatically will get capital gains income because some asset classes will only give us capital gains income. However, focusing on focusing on passive income will require a higher level of commitment with our financial education. So it means that we will be able to get capital gains income easily because it's harder to obtain passive income. It's a little more involved. It requires us to be more professional and sophisticated when it comes to investing. However, it's possible because we are laying out all the steps here at Master Investor. So all we have to do is duplicate and learn from the proven formulas that already exist. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can innovate. That is something that we will always do, innovate in our organizations, because that's how we keep ourselves ahead from the competition, is by innovating. So if we have an organization right now or a company, make sure that we create a department for innovation. We need to test things out, and we need to get prototypes out in the market, because imagine we can push out a product that would shift the entire cash flow of our company, because that product is a new product that we're attempting to try into the market and nobody else has it. So it could go viral very quickly, and we will not know until we actually try it. How limited liability is accomplished, it is crucial to adhere to these 7 measures in order to attain limited liability. If we don't follow these 7 procedures, we may be held personally liable for any claims made against our company. 1, create a limited liability company. Make sure we don't choose a name that is our personal name, because we don't want to become the product of our businesses. Remember, we're detaching ourselves from our business. We want to have a brand, something that can be passed down generations after generations. We want our companies to turn into real brands, and the only way to do that is by adding intrinsic value and business integrity into our companies, meaning that we need to protect our assets through legalities, such as having a trademark on our logo. If we need a patent for our products, then we file the patent accordingly, so that no one else can take what we do unique and can steal our assets. It's very important that we have those paperwork and the right legalities in place to turn a company into a brand. Otherwise, a company is just a commodity. Somebody can replace it. We want our company to be irreplaceable because we are protecting what we do for the world with the right legalities. So create a limited liability company, choose a catchy name, something that speaks the solution. Attempt not to use personal names, use something else. Think of Nike, big companies, Amazon, Apple, Master Investor, Rolex. So many great examples that we can learn from, and we can get some ideas. Write them down, because we have to do this step, is to create a limited liability company. That's number 1. There are several options for entities, and each has unique characteristics and restrictions. Our personal assets, as well as all of the business's assets, could be at risk if our company is not run as a limited liability company. Number 2, employ a trustworthy resident agent. The individual who receives process on behalf of our entity is known as a resident agent, or a person that handles the mail and so forth from the company. And that is easy to find online because there are many virtual agents that will do that for us. Following this crucial business protocol doesn't cost much. Number 3, complete the necessary yearly filings. In order to obtain limited liability, we must file annual reports and pay an annual fee to our state. Filing our annual return is essential to maintaining limited liability, just as creating our corporation and hiring a trustworthy agent are essential to starting our company. Number 4, get ready or consult an advisor to create meeting minutes. Creating meeting minutes shows that we are treating our entity as separate from ourselves. They serve as written record of the decision made by our entity. We may easily get someone to do this for us. 5, put the world on notice. Declaring that we are operating as a limited liability company is an additional way to set ourselves apart from our company in order to let people realize that they are dealing with an organization or a company and not us directly. We should include Inc., LLC, or LP on our business cards, brochures, contracts, and checks. Number 6, keep a separate bank account. Setting aside our personal assets from the entity's assets and keeping separate bank accounts is another way to let people know that we are operating as a limited liability company. Number 7, get separate tax returns prepared by an advisor. Limited liability companies must file separate entity tax filings since there are distinct tax entities. It is not a good idea to include income or expenses on our personal tax return that should be on the entity's tax return. To prevent issues, we want to think about working with a qualified accountant. By taking this crucial, doable actions, we can safeguard our personal assets and prevent the business veil from being lifted. And we had a talk on corporate veil about a week ago. We can always go back to those live streams that we do weekly and go back and view them again, because everything that we're doing here is to go back to the basics and master the principles of business so that we can build our wealth and keep it and maintain it. So many people build their wealth and then they lose it because they didn't have the legalities in order. They didn't really appreciate the power of financial education. And it's something that, as I said earlier, we need to be devoted to do so and learn more every day, because the more we know is the more we know that we don't know that much, that we need to actually improve. Get our ebooks and stay tuned for the next releases of new volumes, how to raise capital to build wealth and how to start our own corporation, and many more that we are working and releasing here in the next weeks. Now we know why the wealthy, why we own our own companies and everyone else works for our companies. To find out more about protecting our company from lawsuits, make sure that we read our other articles that we have on corporate veil and entities, because it is so critical to have the right entity in place to be able to leverage taxes and protect ourselves from liabilities or any lawsuit that can come our way. And sometimes people file lawsuits that are frivolous. They may just file the lawsuit thinking that we're not ready to go into a trial, because they may think that we don't have our legalities in order. But once we can show that our legalities in order, we have all the evidence and we back everything with facts, then we're protected. No one can come after our personal assets. Ways to earn money online. Here are 12 ways or business platforms that novice can use to generate income online. Beginners can use business methods to generate income online as they transfer from the left side of the cash flow circle to the right side of the cash flow circle. So remember, on the left side of the cash flow circle, we have the employee and the self-employed. These people work for money actively. They exchange time for money. So there are 3 types of income total in the world. 2 types of income comes from investing, and the other one comes from working at a job, exchanging time for money. Majority of people, that's what they do. They work for money. And there's nothing wrong with that if the person loves their job. But majority of people don't love their job, and they just do it because that's the only income they know how to make. That's why rule number 1 in our community here, Master Investor, is that we work to build passive income, or also known as positive cash flow. And we make money work hard or multiply through sound investing. And that includes money as in form of debt. So if we have a credit card, we're going to put that to work. We're going to launch a business with that credit card. We're going to invest into something to multiply that money. And we're going to treat debt as what it is, money. So we're going to multiply that. We're going to put it to work. Oh, what about the interest rates? The interest rates will be covered by the income that the business will make. Oh, how do we know it's going to make that income? Because we did our due diligence. We have a plan, because investing is having a plan. We have our team in place, because business and investing is a team sport. Both are team sport. And we have a team of smart people together helping us launch the business, do our marketing. Our legalities are in order. We have the systems in place. We adopted the 8 integrities of a successful business: mission, team, leadership, cash flow, communications, systems, legal, and product. It's not just the product, the most important aspect or integrity of a business. A lot of people focus on just the product. I have the best idea. I have the best product. Having the best product doesn't do anything if we don't have any of the other integrities in place. If there's not a strong enough mission for the business to continue move forward and overcome any adversity along the way, then the business will fail. Majority of businesses fail at the end of the day. After 5 years, most business will not make it. And that's because they lack any of those integrities that we talk about here at Master Investor. And then the other 2 types of income. So we have 3 types of income in the world: earned income, capital gains income, and passive income. Investing brings in capital gains income and passive income. We want to focus on investing for passive income specifically, because that's how we break free from the rat race and we create financial freedom and be able to also improve our true wealth, which is measured with time. How long can we go without working and still be able to thrive with the lifestyle that we like to have? And we can actually improve it too. Not shrink, not live below our means. The very opposite, we live above our means. We continue to expand because our companies and our assets are bringing positive cash flow, and they can do that for this amount of years. So that's our wealth, is the years that we can go without having to work. So it's not just measured with money. And everybody's wealth is different because not everyone wants to have the same things in life. That's what's important, that we reverse engineer our ideal scene. Where do we see ourselves in 3 months from now? 5 months, like in a year, 3 years. We have to really get down to the details and then build the plan that will take us there. Knowing exactly where we are financially today is not just about looking at our bank account, it's knowing our financial statement. We all have a personal financial statement. Inside of our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, we have an asset that is a financial statement that we can download into Excel and fill out the information with our numbers. We will be able to see exactly where we are financially today and then figure out a plan that will improve the assets column on our personal financial statement to give us passive income into our income column. And that income comes in from our assets, which means that we're not working for that income, because an asset puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working, because it's a business or an investment that is sound, that is successfully doing and providing a solution to the world. learning how to build a business could be the best thing we can choose to do, because it gives us an overt advantage over any other investor who doesn't have the characteristics of a wealthy entrepreneur who knows how to build a business from scratch. And today, with the technology that we have in artificial intelligence, we can do it much faster and with a lot less people in our team. We can replace people with artificial intelligence and systems that are available today for free. I know like we don't have to even invest tons of capital to get our business going and get the first sales coming in. Does it take money to make money? No, it doesn't. What it takes is financial education for money to make money, because there are a lot of people that have money in the bank account, but they don't make money with that money. They save money under their mattress. If money makes money like that, then why are they not making money with that money? It's because they can't. Because if they try to, they will lose the money, because they will be gambling, because they don't have financial education. They don't know that investing is having a plan that is a winning business plan with an lucrative exit strategy, meaning that we know exactly when are we going to get our money back, how much money are we going to get after I get my money back, for how many years. Is a calculated risk. So we can actually manage risk when we have financial education, and we can also manage debt and use debt as much as possible, because it gives us benefits, because money is created with debt. That means that all debt is tax-free according to the law. So that's one benefit right there to using debt. That's why the ultra wealthy, we love to use debt to invest and to also buy any other liability that we want to have. But first we focus on using debt to buy assets and build assets to make passive income. And then that passive income will be used to pay any bad debt of any liability that we want to have in our lives. So if we want to have a luxury item, we first build a plan that creates passive income to give us the money for the liability, and that way is free. At the end of the day, we're not paying for it, the business is paying for it. And how do we create that business? With debt. We use a credit card that we have, we use a loan or a credit line. Oh, we had capital too, but we decided to raise even more capital and use other people's money before we use our money legally. It's not about giving our money away to anybody to use it to invest it for us. We know exactly what to do and how to invest, because we are investors from the inside. We know how to build businesses and take them to the public. We know the basics of business, and we invest in our financial education. We understand that there are 5 different asset classes that we can invest in. Number 1, business. Number 2, real estate. Number 3, crypto. Number 4, paper assets. Number 5, commodities. And here at Master Investor, all of our products have or are designated to be for one of those asset classes. So we're going to cover every asset class as we grow our catalog of assets. It will be full with tools for each asset class so that we can improve each asset class, because here at Master Investor, we talk about diversification among the 5 different asset classes, not just one asset class, meaning that we're going to diversify in all of the asset classes as much as possible. We first built a business that brings us cash flow. We use that money to buy other investments, to invest into other asset classes. And we continue to move money from one asset to another asset successfully. And that's how we tap into the velocity of cash flow. Today, with the internet and artificial intelligence, we can get to the wealth status much faster than ever before. It doesn't have to take forever to become wealthy. We don't have to do it slow. We can actually get rich quick, if you will. There's nothing wrong with that as long as we're following a legal formula that is proven. If a product goes viral online and we're not even creating the product, we're using other people's product and we're getting a certain amount, and now the product goes viral from our website, we can be creating financial freedom very quickly. So don't underestimate the tools that we have available today. This is a brief guide for new entrepreneurs and anyone who wants to earn more money in their lives the wealthy way. Learn about 3 types of income before we start our online income path. For what reasons are we waiting? We have the ability to become entrepreneurs thanks to computers and the internet faster than ever before. The biggest wealth shift in history is happening as we speak. The question is, are we aboard the new trends and actively investing to be part of the small percentage of the world who is positioned properly to be the ones who are acquiring true wealth? In the past, only a select few had the ability to grow into companies that were based on systems and represented the cash flow circles, business owner and inside investor side, on the right side of the cash flow circle. It was very difficult to get in. It was costly and dangerous. Many attempted since, of course, the rewards for success were large. Regretfully, a lot of them failed. As we can see in front of us, the cash flow circle. On the left side, we have the employee. We have the self-employed as well. They work for money. They don't work. They don't get paid. Earn income, trading time for money. Majority of the population of the world, that's where they operate from, on the left side of the cash flow circle. 97% of the population around there. And on the left side of the cash flow circle, there's only about 3% of the total wealth, meaning that majority of people do not have wealth on the left side of the cash flow circle. They don't have the lifestyle that they want to have because they are working for money and they don't have time to make more money because they're too busy working, ironically, for money at somebody else's company. We need great employees. However, if you love your job and you're one of those people, then we still encourage them to start a side hustle, start a company, because at some point a person on the left side of the cash flow circle may not want to continue doing the job that they are currently doing, even if they love it. Having something else that will pump in income without us working is key to have a successful and happier life. When a person doesn't have to rely on working hard for money, that person's life automatically becomes happier because we now master money. We now tell money what to do. Money is our slave, not the other way around. Don't let money make you a slave, right? We want to tell money what to do. We want to send money out to work for us. We want to tell it, hey, go over here and bring more money back to us. So learning how to multiply money requires financial education. On the right side of the cash flow circle, we have about 3% of the population. That's where we want to be. We want to be part of the 3% of the population where we have businesses, we control systems, and we're multiplying money and sound investing in sectors that the government wants us to invest in, such as agricultural, technology, food, anything that improves the economy. It's going to be something that the government wants us to invest in. And when we do that, then the laws and the government gives us incentives because we're doing exactly what the government wants us to do. And a lot of people don't understand that because this is a capitalist country and majority of the world runs on the capitalist system. And basically, it's free enterprising. This country and the capitalist system was built to pay zero in taxes legally. So people that pay taxes and they feel patriotic, they have the wrong idea about what it is to be truly patriotic, because to be truly patriotic, we need to be a capitalist, which is the highest level of investors. A capitalist at the highest level. We build businesses with solutions that are in high demand for the world, and people line up when we open our businesses to be part of our business. And it takes commitment and discipline to be able to launch a business, but it's very much possible today due to technology and artificial intelligence. So let's be part of the 3% of the population. Let's operate on the right side of the cash flow circle where true wealth is built. Even when we don't work on the right side of the cash flow circle and we have our systems working for us because we have true assets, we still get paid because it's passive income and it's taxed at the lowest bracket. That's why we can legally minimize taxes all the way to zero, and we don't pay taxes like majority of people do, which is the highest expenses humans have in their lives. So if they could just learn how to minimize taxes, like we're learning here at Master Investor by using the rules of money and the rules of the wealthy, using the corporate law and the tax code for our advantage, know our disadvantage, because literally the tax code is a package of incentives for wealth entrepreneurs and inside investors. The world is changing today because of the internet. If they know how, almost anyone can create an internet system-based company. We can find several business building ideas in this talk. Let's start by talking about the reasons why starting a business in the business owner side is so effective on the right side of the cash flow circle. The ideal form of income is passive income to become financially free and truly wealthy. In general, there are 3 types of income in the world, and they are not all made equal. As we said, we have earned income, capital gains income, and then passive income. Employees and self-employed people earning are referred to as earned income or ordinary income or active income. This income is taxed at the highest bracket. This frequently entails trading their time for money with little provisions for tax incentives as an employee and self-employed. It is the income that is subject to the highest taxes. Income from the investment and sale of that investment. When we purchase something, we sell it. Those gains are referred to as capital gains income. People that make money from their capital gains investments often say things like buy low and sell high. If we can make it happen, that's good advice. It is also a high tax rate and needs to be actively managed because we frequently have little control over whether something's worth increases or decreases. It can also be risky. However, when we build passive income, we will encounter assets that only bring capital gains income, and we will decide before we even invest in that asset whether we want to go into it or not, because we know it's going to bring us capital gains income. We will always invest with the winning business plan at hand, because investing is having a plan. If a person doesn't have a plan, then it's not investing. Here at Master Investor, we recommend everyone to put in a business plan that has an exit strategy in place before we even embark in any investments. So we ensure that we are winning every single time. Even when we lose, we win because we have insurance. We don't ever lose when it comes to business and investing because it's a calculated risk. And we're actively in control over the decision of what is going on. So we have control over the assets, the liabilities, the expenses, the income. We have a voice because we are controlling the companies that are doing the investing. We launch the business ourselves. We are the chairman of our companies. We are not the CEO of our companies or the president of our companies. We hire the CEO of our companies. We hire the president. Yes, at the beginning, we may be doing things that the president or the CEO will be doing, but we will be looking for a CEO and a president and a salesperson, etc., to grow our team. And the attorney, the bookkeeper, CPA, stockbroker, real estate broker, and so many team members that we have to interview and learn as we grow our wealth. But we are in control over our financial decisions 100%. We get the information, we do our due diligence, we measure our return on investment with facts, not opinions. That's one of the main differences between the wealthy and poor, is that we invest with facts, not opinions. And we know the difference between an asset and a liability. Investors and business owners, those on the right side of the cash flow circle, earn passive income and sometimes capital gains income. It is the most effective source of income, passive income is. Why? Because it has numerous tax benefits. It is the income that is the least taxed and puts money in our pocket even while we are not working. And even during bad economies. That's why it's important that we diversify among the 5 different asset classes that exist. Business is 1, real estate 2, right? Crypto is number 3, number 4 is paper assets, number 5, commodities. We want to invest in all of them. We want to control investments that are successful in all of those asset classes so that when one market crashes, we have investments that are doing very well and they're providing us passive income even when the market crashes. An inside investor and a wealthy entrepreneur will always make money in any type of economy because we have a solid foundation. We have the 4 pillars of a wealthy entrepreneur or financial literacy. We understand the difference between an asset liability. We know that today money is created with debt. We use debt to invest. Debt is money. Money is debt, and all debt is tax-free. We want to be in as much debt as possible because we know that taxes are the highest expenses humans have in their lives, so we can go ahead and minimize taxes all the way to 0 by playing on the right side of the cash flow circle, which now puts us ahead of everybody else in the world. We don't want to be average individuals. We want to be extraordinary when it comes to the game of money, and everything else will improve once we master this game of money that we all are part of. We must become an expert at passive income if we want to be wealthy. Fortunately, there are plenty of online passive income opportunities. The effectiveness of an online business system. As we said, we have the ability today to become wealthy entrepreneurs and inside investors fast thanks to computers and the internet. Our company systems are operated by the computer. It enables us to use social media and email for online marketing and communications. It provides us with access to legal counsel and accountancy tools. We can use the computer to look for manufacturers anywhere in the world. Additionally, we may simply watch a YouTube video or Google anything to learn more. Education has almost no cost today, and the opportunities are limitless. Today, using AI in any organization is a must to be able to stay ahead of the competition. AI has opened up new opportunities for those who are open to receive the benefits of the newest technology. Building a profitable internet business that generates passive income while we sleep is now simpler than ever. However, the majority of individuals don't use this. Why? Because they lack financial education and they're listening to the wrong mentors and they're still doing the old habits in regards to money. And today we have new rules of money because money has evolved. August 15, 1971, President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. From that point forward, money became monopoly money, fiat money, fake money, and just an idea backed up by confidence. Today, money is a currency. Money is created with debt. After that point, money stopped being real money. So the gold basically does the opposite of the US dollar because they no longer go hand to hand. The dollar continues to lose its value after that happened on August 15, 1971. When President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar because we're a country that imports more than exports. That's why we did that, because by now we would have gave all the gold away to other countries because we are literally a country that imports all the products from all over the world. We are a huge consumer country. I think the biggest consumer country in the world. There's nothing wrong with that because we understand that today's economy, after that change, works with debt. So the government prints money daily to do whatever it needs to do in the economy. and is backed up by the Federal Reserve Bank, which, by the way, is not federal. It's not a reserve because there's nothing being saved there, because money today is digital. And there's a portion that goes into the physical world. A portion of whatever is being printed daily as a nation gets printed out in physical form and gets put into the economy. But majority today is all digital. And in the future, it will be all digital. The point is that all currencies go back to its intrinsic value, which is zero. That's why today money must move from one asset to another asset to maintain any value. Otherwise, if it stops, it loses value. It goes back to its natural intrinsic value, which is zero. And we want to keep money moving from asset to asset. That's how we tap into the velocity of cash flow. The most effective tool for internet entrepreneurs, despite being an effective tool, the computer is not the brains of the digital entrepreneur. Only the system is to blame. To create a self-sustaining system, the entrepreneur must continue exercise leadership even though they are the brains behind it. A lot of digital entrepreneurs fail because they don't comprehend this. They lack intelligence, but they have the technology. They frequently create self-employed businesses instead of business owners ones on the right side of the cash flow circle. Instead of starting a business, majority of people create a job that they own because they lack systems and they lack the 8 integrities of the cash flow triangle that we talked about. And we will cover them in a minute again. They and their time are necessary for it to exist. They are not earning money if they are not working, which frequently involves working through the night. So this is not a business when it requires a person to be there all the time. It lacks systems. We need to make money even while we're sleeping. However, a truly digital company can generate revenue without the founder and owner working. No matter what, the business systems keep running. Why the secret to succeed is in our system. A system of systems makes up the human body. A business is the same. The respiratory, digestive, circulatory, and other systems comprise the human body. The body is likely to be handicapped or perish if one of the systems fails. A business is not different. Any entrepreneur who wants to develop a successful company should know about the triangle or the cash flow triangle. All of the triangle's elements can be expedited at a significantly reduced cost in the internet era. As we can see the cash flow triangle in front of us, we have the mission at the bottom, then we have the team, leadership, we have cash flow, communications, systems, legal, and product. Here are some methods for earning money online that we can all use to start right now. These are only a handful of the various kinds of online businesses we can start. Although it is not an exhaustive list, it is a starting point. Do we see something we like? Do our homework and go in depth? Do our due diligence, make sure that there is a winning business plan in place with a lucrative exit strategy. There are a ton of materials available online for each of these. Number one, invest in time to find a real estate property to practice wholesaling without our money. The practice of scoring a bargain, getting it under contract, and then finding another buyer who wants the deal for a fee is known as real estate wholesaling. In essence, the contract is being sold. Number two, locate our first investment property in real estate to build passive income. Today, it does not have to take a long time to launch a real estate company. To obtain high leads on excellent real estate, we had to attend auctions and invest into the right networking events or engage with the realtor to look over a lot of listings until we find the right one for our plan and strategy. Today, we can do it online very easily. We can find brokers and we find many listings. We can also take a walk around different areas where we want to acquire our first property, and we can find many treasures and we can get in front of the right owners. A lot of times there are sellers who are listing it themselves and there is not a broker in between. That way we can negotiate even a better price for the property. And we can also use the bank's money, as suggested here in our community, to use as much debt as possible. In fact, we always say only the financial uneducated uses their own capital to invest. We need to be way more creative when it comes and sophisticated when it comes to investing, meaning that we have to use OPM, other people's money, legally, because we have a good deal. Then the bank gives us money because they are also interested in the deal. They stop looking at us. They looking at the deal because the deal is bringing cash flow already and we can prove it to them. And that's the key to building true wealth, is to use passive income, to be able to use debt to create passive income, and use that passive income that we're creating to even create more good debt, raise more capital, and invest it with another asset class that will multiply more of that capital. And as we start in this journey of building wealth, looking at different properties is also a great habit and exercise to do, because we become more creative. We know that we don't need to have our own money to create passive income or true wealth. We want to raise capital. The job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur is to raise capital. So there's always plenty of money around for us to invest and allocate in the right places. We just need to put the deal together, have the right team in place, and show the potential investors how they're going to multiply their money in that investment through private placement memorandums, also known as PPMs, or as a business plan that shows the liabilities and assets of the entire operation. Number 3, investing into paper assets. The day of need a broker to purchase and sell stocks are long gone. If we prefer paper assets, we can quickly and simply create an online account on websites such as eTrade, Crypto, and many others. 4, investing money into cryptocurrencies. If stocks aren't our thing, we might want to think about investing in something more unusual like cryptocurrencies. In this rapidly changing industry, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and hundreds more provide a fresh and fascinating method to earn money online. Today is crypto is the new money in the world. It is a full currency like it is the US dollar. Investing in crypto with a winning plan is key to building true wealth in our lives. So it's not about not liking paper assets or cryptocurrencies. It's about investing in all the asset classes as we grow our wealth. Even if we don't like a certain asset class, we're still going to invest on, because that's how we protect ourselves from down economies and hedge for inflation. And we're not going to fall in love with the vehicle or the investment vehicle. We're falling in love with the cash flow that it gives us and the freedom that that cash flow provides to us, the ability for us to have total freedom. That's what we're falling in love with, not the vehicle. The vehicle, the investment vehicle, the procedure and the product is just taking us from point A financially to point B financially. That's all it's doing for us. So we cannot fall in love with the procedure or the product when it comes to investing. Number 5, sell tangible goods through e-commerce websites. Sell tangible goods through our own business, Amazon or eBay. Although we may believe that Amazon is only for large sellers, millions of small businesses really sell goods on Amazon. Actually, it is one of the largest internet marketplaces for small enterprises to sell our goods. We don't have to be creating the products ourselves neither. We can use other people's products and bring in the qualified leads to buy the products. We can also do white label products, and all we must do is create the brand of the product. 6, build a profitable content business. Content is key, and it has the power to create an empire if done correctly. There are numerous methods to get there. Think about providing content creation services to others with AI, Obtain a sizable clientele and employ subcontractors to complete the work. Sites like Craigslist, Upwork, LinkedIn, Fiverr, and others are good places to accomplish that. Simply fill our subcontractor bench with work once it is full. Number 7, affiliate marketing. Publishing on affiliate networks or starting our own affiliate blog are two more excellent ways to earn money online. Affiliate marketing is something we should absolutely look into if we have never heard of it. People are always looking for information and a solution online. When we can present them with articles that gives them information they are looking for and give them an option to buy the solution, that can be very lucrative for us. Number 8, create a company that does consulting online. Do we possess sales and technical expertise in platforms like Google Ads, Facebook advertising, or LinkedIn, and many other social media platforms? And are we familiar with the nuance of search engine or SEO? Perhaps our best option for making money online is to work as a small business consultant, hiring other business consultants for the company and just getting those qualified leads in front of the company so that we can get those appointments down and send the consultants through a virtual meeting to help those businesses. We can also hire a team for the ads and other tasks required to succeed here. Number 9, become or create an online coach company. A coach can be a very lucrative online income stream because it can be automated, it can be recorded, and the session can be purchased over and over again without having to do the presentation over and over again. It will be put into a digital format where people can go ahead and view as they please, as many times as they want. Much like a consultant who offers advice on strategy and business solutions execution, doing online through a platform where others can buy the digital courses and order other products from their online coach. Create a brand with products that reflect our interests and passions. 10, own a virtual assistant company. Do we believe that the majority of online jobs are a bit too demanding? Don't worry, advertise our own company as a virtual assistant VA and help clients with basic daily duties, hire others to do the service to the clients. 11, domain flips. If we are creative and can think of short, catchy domain names, people will pay us a lot of money to own them, and we can let them pay through a monthly payment, which creates monthly cash flow for us. 12, become an internet researcher. The enormous quantity of knowledge we acquire, let's say as a side effect, is one of the best things about spending time online. We organize it and sell worldwide because people pay for information that is backed by research and references. Bonus, what is a limited liability company? Mastering the use of an LLC and how it works the best for our wealth. We will explain the significance of cautious investment protection. An LLC has purposes beyond only safeguarding our company. Know what an LLC is and how it operates before forming one. As we expand our network, we will discover that the secret to accumulating wealth is investing both in real estate and in businesses, but not limited to these asset classes. We must use a limited liability company, or also known as an LLC, in the state that provides the best asset protection as our assets increase. Some believe it would be too costly to invest in this organization. We are individually liable for all claims. Nevertheless, if we launch our company as a sole proprietor, for instance, if a plumber is called into a job and anything goes wrong at someone's house, the homeowner may sue the plumber for all of their personal assets, including their bank account balance and home equity, in addition to the plumbing business assets. Establishing a solid entity from the outset is crucial, regardless of whether it is single member or multi-member organization. Denying protection to a single member LLC is a nationwide trend. We must learn how to safeguard that kind of organization below and use it properly. Nevertheless, even if we own a one-member LLC, places like Nevada, Wyoming, and Delaware will still protect the plumber or protect us in the case of a lawsuit. Establishing an LLC, we must use a strategy and be tactful. However, when establishing up in certain states, always exercise caution. California, for instance, is the worst in this area. California declares Mo is heard, regardless of whether Mary is there below through the LLC. They will make it possible for Mo to seize Joe's assets and compel the LLC's interest to be sold. Our goal is to set things up so that the LLC in charging order protection are utilized. Let's say we own in Oregon or property. Its title will be transferred to the Oregon LLC that is held by Wyoming LLC. After that, we purchase real estate in North Carolina. The Wyoming LLC also owns our North Carolina LLC. An inside attack occurs when a renter files a lawsuit against the property. They're able to obtain the contents of the Oregon LLC. Let's say a person is not the owner of the Wyoming LLC, rather he or she has a claim against the LLC itself. The property in North Carolina is out of their grasp. Wyoming, which owns all the others, is off limits to them. Our assets are protected. What is the reason for not wanting to include 10 properties in this one LLC? It turns into a target. Of course, we have partners who only do one property per LLC. Some will perform 2 or 3. We don't want them to be able to receive a lot of money from 10 or more properties. However, it will depend on how much equity we have in each one. Since the Wyoming LLC will own all of our other out-of-state LLCs, we should take advantage of its strategic posture. It is crucial to remember that states like North Carolina and Oregon might not provide protection for single members LLC. For that security, we truly need this Wyoming entity here because it is one of the best states for LLC's protection. Start investing in high quality financial education with our Master Investor. Get our ebooks, the 10 New Rules of Money. We have how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. We also have how to invest in crypto to build wealth, understanding Bitcoin and blockchain, the rise of legitimate reserve digital currencies and assets. Today, as I said earlier, crypto is labeled as a currency by the US Congress, meaning that is the new money in town. We can use crypto to pay each other. So it's very powerful to start learning about the new money and the money of the future, crypto, which is one of the asset classes that exists. 5 asset classes. Number 1, business. Number 2, real estate. Number 3, crypto. Number 4, paper assets. Number 5, commodities. They all require financial education. Here at Master Investor, we have financial education for all of the asset classes. Make sure to visit our website, get all of our digital courses and tools right now. It's a great deal. It's a win-win partnership as we grow our digital courses with more assets. Whenever we get in, we will always have access to any other additional asset that we add into that specific course, regardless of that price going up. So take advantage. Click the link somewhere on the description of today's talk. Follow us on all other social media platforms. We cover how to protect our wealth. Master Investor's mission is to be the global authentic brand of money, business, and investing that elevates the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education. Made simple, we look at opportunities to build passive income, win-win partnerships, and true wealth. Drop the comment below. If you have any questions, please let us know. We'll come back and answer them. Go to our website, We will talk next time. Thank you for having me today and spending this valuable time talking about money, business, and investing, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Today, money is created with debt, and we want to be in as much debt as possible because that's how we minimize taxes and we use leverage to create true wealth. Bye for now.